Picture this. You get the report from school. Great day, no concerns. You pick up your child, relieved, and within 15 minutes of walking through your front door, everything falls apart. Tears over a snack, shut down in their room. You stand in the kitchen wondering, who was the child that I just heard about and where did they go? If this pattern is familiar, I want you to know you're not imagining it, and you're not doing anything wrong. What you're witnessing has a nervous system explanation, and once you understand it, you can genuinely change how you show up in these moments for your kid. Hi, I'm Michael Szabo, registered provisional psychologist at Eckert Center in Calgary. I work with neurodiverse children, teens, and the parents trying to understand them too. Today, I want to walk you through two frameworks I find genuinely useful for families navigating this: polyvagal theory and the zones of regulation. Let's start with polyvagal theory, developed by neuroscientist Dr. Stephen Porges. Describes how our autonomic nervous system shapes how safe we feel, how connected we are, and whether we can regulate our behavior. This all happens below our conscious awareness. There are three states: the ventral vagal state, safe, connected, calm. This is where learning and connection happen. The next is the sympathetic state. This is fight or flight. The nervous system has detected a threat, real or perceived, and mobilized. A child here may look defiant, hyperactive, or emotionally volatile. They're not making a choice, their biology has taken over. And the third one is the dorsal vagal state. Shut down, withdraw, numbness, engagement. The child who disappears into the room after school may be here. These states are not chosen. For neurodiverse children, whose nervous systems are more sensitively tuned and slower to return the baseline, these shifts can be intense and prolonged. Here's what school actually does to a neurodiverse kid. The school day itself places enormous demands on a neurodiverse nervous system. Crowded hallways, unpredictable social dynamics, sensory input, constant transitions, and the ongoing effort to keep pace with a group. To a nervous system that processes stimulation intensely, much of that registers as low-grade threat all day. The child copes, adapts, and pushes through, but coping is not the same as regulating. It's a managed holding pattern. When your child walks through your door, they're not carrying a fresh, neutral nervous system. They're carrying the accumulated activation of the entire school day. Here's the part that many parents find both surprising and reassuring. The fact that your child falls apart at home is not a sign that there's a problem at home. It's a sign that home is actually safe. Polyvagal theory describes a process called neuroception. The nervous system continually scans for cues of safety or danger. When a child perceives safety, the accumulated activation of the day finally has permission to move. And when it moves, it can look chaotic. The meltdown over a spilled drink is not about the drink. The shutdown after a homework question is not about the homework. These are the delayed expressions of a nervous system completing a cycle that's been suppressing for hours. You're receiving it because the child's nervous system trusts you enough to let it go. That's not a burden, it's a relationship. And practically, this is why a low-demand landing zone after school really matters. A snack, no immediate questions, some quiet time. You're not being permissive in this moment. You're actually giving a dysregulated nervous system the conditions it needs to come back online. Building nervous system awareness in a neurodiverse child is gradual relational work. You don't have to figure it out alone. At Eckert Center in Calgary, we offer neurodiversity-affirming therapy for children and teens and parent support counseling for the adults navigating these moments every day. You hold the aftermath of your child's day. You deserve support too. Book a free 15-minute consultation or your first session at the link below, in person in Calgary or online across Alberta. Thanks for being here. Wanting to understand your child's nervous system rather than just manage their behavior is exactly the kind of thing that makes a difference.